Hey everybody, this is Chad from Dryin Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to design one of my Chad Beys in Autodesk FUSION360. So we'll get started by sketching the initial outline of the bay. So you got to select the plane and then make a sketch. I like to use lines. So you can just create a general outline of what the bay will look like. You want to create an entire sketch that's closed, so that you see it highlight that area in blue. That means it's a good sketch. And then you can add dimensions to the sketch if you want to be able to adjust the lengths of the bay. You don't have to do this, but it helps to know how big the bay is going to be when you print it. I've got it set up with all the units in millimeters. Once you get all those dimensions set, you can finish the sketch. The next step is to revolve that sketch around an axis to create a solid. So you select your sketch and then you select the axis that you want to revolve it around, which is in the middle of the Beyblade. Make sure you do a full revolve, and in this case you create a new body. Hit OK, and there you have pretty much the basis of the Beyblade. Now we need to add the interface so that you can put the Beyblade onto a launcher. So if you create a sketch on the top of the Beyblade, the top plane, and if you follow the dimensions that I show here, you'll be able to create the interface features that'll fit with a BeybladeX launcher. So you want to create two circles. Then next you're going to want to create a couple lines. You go from the center out to the outer of those two circles. And once you create those two lines, you want to specify the angle between those two lines with a dimension. Now you can use the trim feature to cut those lines so that you're just left with the lines in between the two circles. And then you can create a circular pattern of those two lines. So you want to do a circular pattern, select those two lines, then select the center point of the bay. And it usually defaults to 3 in a full circle. Make sure you've got full and you've got 3. It's going to create those 3 features. And now you have the sketches you need to create the interface. So hit Finish Sketch. The next step is going to be extruding basically that entire feature set between those two circles. And you want to cut away material by extruding that down into the bay. So make sure you select the cut extrusion. Follow the dimensions that I used there to get the right depth for the launcher. And now you're going to want to go back and extrude the other 3 features as well. To be able to see those, you're going to need to go into the model tree and turn on that sketch. Select those 3 small areas. Then you're going to want to extrude those down into the bay as well, but not as deep as the other cut. And you want that to be a join feature extrusion. You can see here I had to change it to negative to get it to go down. Join it, hit OK, and now you have the entire Beyblade body with the launcher interface. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little tip to make this spin better. You can do whatever you want for your preference. Here I just do a simple circle. Sketch that on the bottom of the tip. And then I'm going to extrude that up. And then I'm going to put a radius along the edge of that extruded feature. That gives you a nice tip that can spin well. Now the last feature I'm going to add is a couple small chamfers underneath the launcher interface area on the bottom side of those 3 little features that we extruded earlier. And that'll be the last modification we'll make. I just do a small chamfer there. That gives you a little bit better ability to get the interface in and out of there. And that's it. Now you've got a functioning Beyblade. If you want to check out the Beyblade a little bit more, I'll show you how to do a cross-sectional view of it using the inspection features of Fusion. So you just click on Inspect, then Section Analysis, and then select one of the planes, then rotate it around, and you'll be able to see a cross-sectional view of the features. Sometimes this will help you find issues if you've not got something how you want it. And that's about it. I hope you find this video helpful. You can find my 3D printable bays on Maker World at Dryin Designs. And that's all for today.